My name is Brian Wong from San Diego.
What's up, Brian?
What's up?
Alba Garcia from Whittier, gold.
Alba, what's up?
Mark Huang from Walnut, gold.
Mark, how are you, brother?
Great.
Matt and Amanda Mole from Orchid.
Stephen Dyke from Arcadia.
And Steven, what's up?
Hey.
Jacqueline Hernandez from Whittier, gold.
What's up?
Diana Mosher, San Juan Capistrano, silver.
Diana.
Angelique Guerrero, Orchid.
Hello.
David Juarez, Whittier, silver.
David.
Lisa Lamazzi, Manhattan Beach, gold.
Lisa.
Ralph Hadigi, Ranch Cucamonga, California.
Ralph, how are you, brother?
Good.
Deborah, happy Newport Beach.
Deborah.
Michelle Christensen from Newport Beach.
Michelle.
Hi.
Hey, Cassie Waters, over here.
Hey, Cassie. All right, one more time, guys. Go ahead and do it all at once. Don't wait your turn because we'll be here all day. As an example, Mario Delgadillo, Diamond from Eastvale, California. Log in, hurry up, one more minute, and then we're going to get the show on the road.
Tanya Valentine, Blue Sapphire, Whittier.
Amber Edie, Paso Robles.
Cassie Waters, silver.
Jenna Belitz, Marietta.
Rosemary, Gardena.
Boca Negra, speak up, girl.
Kelly Bocanegra, Houston, Texas, currently in Newport Beach.
Amberly Dancy and Jeffrey Gonzalez, Orange, California. We're platinum,
Guys.
baby.
Javier Gutierrez from Orange, California.
Javi, woo!
Roseanne Mitchell from Texas.
Hello.
Andres Jondet from Fresno, California.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and mute out the call now, and we're going to get the show on the road. Let's see here. Spotlight. Perfect. Okay, cool. So if you guys can, in the chat and in the chat area, if you can hear my voice and see my screen, I would greatly appreciate you letting me know that you can. We're going to go start off the day by, I'll just show you, I know I can see a lot of new people, so I just want to introduce myself to you guys. Mario Dio, I am your upline diamond here for the UCrew movement. Our team is the UCrew Nation. So UCrew, U stands for Untermeyer, which is Ricky and Francoise Untermeyer. They're our black diamond leaders out of Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, fastest black diamonds in the company, just created a phenomenal system, and we are the fastest growing team in the entire company. Now, from myself down, which is where we all are, we are the UCrew movement, and we have just lit things up in the last 4 months since we got started, and it really is because of the community that we've created, the standards of excellence that we've created, as well as the system that Ricky and Francoise have created. And so I'm really blessed to be here with you guys. But every Saturday morning, if we don't have a big in-person event, which normally we do once a month, or sometimes I'll be going down and doing little regional ones. If we don't have an event in place on a Saturday, we do a 9 a.m. training call just like this. Why? Because every single week we have new people joining, and we want to make sure that everybody has a firm understanding on what we should be doing, what are the first appropriate steps, because I know that this company, Viseo, is drawing in people that have never been in network marketing before, simply because of this magic cream, because of these magic drops, right? Everybody is joining because of CBD, and they're getting involved. They're excited because maybe they tried the cream and their shoulders feel great, or their back feels awesome, or they're sleeping at night. So like, man, I need to get involved in this, but I have no idea what I'm doing because I've never been in this industry before. And we know that people learn differently. So we do have a training system that you go through, but that's self-taught, it's video, right? Some people need to hear somebody speak. Somebody needs to see it, right? So some people learn different. So we always make sure that we provide a time for people to be able to listen and learn. Hold on, guys. Yes, hold on one sec. I'm sending somebody a link, okay? Forgive me. Okay, so we want to provide everybody an opportunity to get training. So let's talk about our training, okay? So first off, I always give it from a vantage point of somebody who's brand new, okay? So if you recently got started, or you've been started and you feel like you want to get a restart, okay? You can always restart in this business. You can always make today your first day and start all over. So first thing that you're going to do is the upline or the person that introduced you to the company should, after you've done your application and you got in the system, you should have gotten what's called a diamond text. A diamond text is essentially a group text message, and in there there's a little picture with some written instructions on what you need to do to get trained. Okay, it's a self-guided training, takes about an hour. Okay, you're going to do 101 and 201, and once you do that, by the way, you shouldn't be talking to anybody until you're trained. Once again, I'll say that you should not be talking to anybody unless you have been trained, because what we do, the reason we've had so much success is because we approach people a very specific way in order to get them in front of the information. Your job is to get them in front of the information. When they get in front of the information, people are diving in. So we don't need you to reinvent the wheel. We don't need you to say, well, listen, my people are different. Guess what? Nobody's people are different. People are the same. Every walk of life, every class of life, every socioeconomic class, people are the same, right? They want freedom. They want to make money for their families, and they want to have a good life, and they want to be happy. That's it. So we know exactly how to do this, guys. I've been doing this industry for over 10 years. I've made well over 7 figures and beyond. I've had people from all walks of life, from doctors, lawyers, nurses, from people that are I've literally had people that just got out of jail and their spouse or significant other got them joined while they were in jail, and they got started and they started building, okay? I've had people from college students, stay-at-home moms, lawyers, doctors, I mean, you name it. There is no better way. Okay, let me just tell you that there is no better way. If you want to make money, get in the car, turn the key, and push the gas pedal. The car is equipped, okay? So you're going to get your your diamond text. It's a 201 and a 101 training. Do that. Once you've done that, you let the people in that diamond text know, hey, listen, I finished my training, and either myself or one of the uplines on there will jump on what's called a touch base call with you. Touch base call is 10 minutes. Hey, I see Diane's name on here. So Diane, I saw you just got through the training. What questions do you have? Because usually people get through the training and they do have some questions, right? Because they're like, or even just some clarity. We want to bring clarity. We want to eliminate confusion right away, because I know that confused people do nothing. They clam up. Why? Because they're afraid to make a mistake. So right off the bat, 10 minutes, what questions do you have? Then what we do is we're going to provide you with a text messaging script. On our team, we use the text messaging script, okay? Here's the reason why. Some of you are completely comfortable on the phone, right? But in network marketing, it's not about you, it's about the masses, right? It's about creating a team, hundreds of thousands of people big, all around the world, literally, that are doing the same thing, so that you don't have to be working every single day of your life, 14, 15, 16 hours a day, right? If you like the idea of having 10,000 people on your team, working with and without you, and you get to just kind of chill a little bit, raise your hand. Put the little raise your hand or put a number 1 in the comments, okay? Because if that's the case, if that's the reason why you came to Viseo, then you need to get yourself out of the way. You can't say, oh, I'm really good on the phone and my people are this or my people are that. No. Teach a simple, duplicatable system that will expand and grow throughout the world. Okay? So because of that, if we're looking to build a simple, duplicatable system that will expand all over the world, then you have to understand that most people are afraid of the phone. Most people don't want to sell. Most people hate salesmen. Most people don't like to recruit. So if I enroll you into the company and I say to you, hey, listen, you got to pick up this phone and call 80 people, people are going to be like, can I get my money back? I don't want to do that. Not to mention, even if they do, when they get on the phone with somebody, it's very hard to follow a script with somebody who's your friend. Why is it important to follow a script? Because when the new person gets on the phone, they don't have enough experience, they don't have enough knowledge, they don't have enough success in this industry to be able to do what's necessary to get the person in front of the information. So here's what happens. I see Roseanne on, so I'm going to just use her name. So Roseanne calls, instead of text, she calls her friend Kimberly, right? So she gets on the phone and says, hey, Kimberly, how's it going? Good. Hey, listen, so what's your take on CBD? Kimberly says, oh my gosh, I love it. It's so amazing and blah, blah, blah. Why? What's going on? And Roseanne's trying to follow the script. She says, well, I just got started with the pre-launch of a liposomal CBD product, and there's a 3% global revenue share. I'd love to get you on the line with my partner so we can break it all down. Well, come on, girl, it's me. You don't have to get me on the phone with anybody. Just tell me, what is it? Oh, well, I'm really new and I'm trying to be respectful of the process. And so I want to make sure, come on, don't start with me. Come on. How long have we known you? Hey, well, how much is it? What do you got to do to get started? Oh, well, you've got to buy a startup pack. A startup pack. So is it one of those pyramid things? No, it's not a pyramid thing. It's called direct sales. It's network marketing. Oh, come on. I'm not going to do that. But you just can't stop once the door is open when you're on the phone. So we do text. Okay? So we're going to give you a texting script, and your job is very simple. Within your first 48 hours, you want to send out 30 text messages. Okay? Anybody and everybody hey, what do you know about CBD? Just got started in a new launch of a liposomal CBD product. When can you jump on the phone to hammer out the details? If you send out 30 text messages, 15 people will join. Or excuse me, 15 people will jump on a call. If you get 15 people to jump on a call, 3 will join your team. That's the way the numbers have worked, okay? That's what we're looking at right now, simply because CBD is so stinking sexy, so stinking hot, okay? So with all of that being said, now what you're doing is you're just going out and what we say piquing people's interest, okay? It's kind of like fishing. This is all I want you to think. When you go fishing, okay, anybody fishermen or people, fisher women, people that fish, if you're a fisher person or whatever you want to call it, hit a number 2. Hit a number 2 in there if you fish, or at least you understand the concept. A lot of times people go fishing and they don't catch hundreds of fish. They'll go for 5 or 6 hours and they'll catch 3 or 4, right? But do you know how many fish or how many times you have to cast that line to get 3 or 4? A lot. Like, here's what you do. Throw it out there. Let it fall and you pull it in, cap it, pull it in. Keep doing that, right? Or you let it sit and then you pull it in. Nope. Okay, cool. Cast it out again. Guess what this is? Hey, what do you know about CBD? Pull it in, nothing. What do you know about CBD, right? So if you went fishing, okay, and you pulled 5 really big fish and you were there for 5 hours, would you be happy? Most people would, because they understand what fishing is. They wouldn't say, yeah, man. They're like, how'd you do? I got 5 big fish. Man, those are beautiful. I can't wait. Man, let's eat. Yeah, but I had to cast out like 500. Fishing is a scam. It's just the way it is. So our job is not to worry about the people who don't care. It's to just keep casting that over and over again until you find somebody. Because then when you got the 5, now you have 5 people that are alongside of you on that pier casting the fish, right? 5 people, right? Now those 5 and you keep casting. Next thing you know, you have 15. But to get 15 people casting that bait, you know how many, with all of you, you know how many times you've had to cast that out? Probably 1,000. To get 15 people, all 15 of you probably cast out 1,000. But that's how it starts to work. It starts to go over and over and over. So don't get caught up in the nose, guys. Just get caught up in just understanding you got to go through the numbers, okay? So that's the system. Because very simple. You get started, do your training, don't talk to anybody. Then go out and within 48 hours, okay, you want to make sure that you have everybody out there casting this net, casting this bait out. And then over time, it starts to go and starts to catch. Now, the coolest part about what we've got our hands on, guys, is it doesn't take very long for it to catch and explode. Why? Why, guys? Because CBD is so stinking sexy, right? It's so marketable. So even people who have said, Mara, I've casted nets before. I've been in this industry before, and I couldn't get anybody to join me. And you guys know my joke. I always say it's because you were in that rap thing, right? When you're casting bait for raps, nobody's going to bite. Somebody's going to beat me up one day that are in the raps company. So anyways, so with that being said, guys, that's the system, okay? And I want to make sure you guys understand that. Also, make sure that you're in all of our WhatsApp groups. We do have WhatsApp, which is basically a texting platform where we get out updates, training calls. You know, a lot of times people will ask me questions that we literally just posted, information on yesterday. So let me give you an example. Yesterday, there was some adjustments made with our CBD1 purchasing, okay? And I put a voice note out, which was like 2 minutes long, and then I put a text out, which laid it all out, all on the WhatsApp groups. All day long, I got private messages to my regular cell phone saying, hey, I can't order CBD product. What's going on? Either number one, you didn't get added into the group, or number two, you don't check it. And here's what I know. People who don't check the WhatsApp group, it's usually because they think it's irritating, okay? So sometimes my job as your leader is to give you a checkup from the neck up, right? So here's the deal. Somebody called me a couple weeks ago and they're like, Mario, I think I need to get out of this WhatsApp group. I said, why? Because it's always going off all day, bro. I have other things that I need to do and it's just going off all day long. It's just, and there are people just like saying welcome and sending all these crazy bitmojis out, and I got other things to do. And I said, listen, people join network marketing for different reasons, okay? Some people like me and that person are just very type A. They just want to make money, right? They're like, hey, we have an example, analogies. That person is what we would call a shark. They're like, I don't want to pay attention to the details, just how much money can I make, okay? Some people are dolphins, right? Dolphins like to have fun. They love interaction, right? If you guys know what a dolphin, they'll sit next to your boat and they play around with you, right? Some people love that. That's why they're in the company. Some people want to help people, right? Those are what we call whales. They just want to help the world. That's why they love sharing products and seeing product testimonials, and they love Hearts and Hands for Humanity. And some people are urchins. They're very, very much focused on the details. Those are people that are very analytical. Now, to run a successful Viseo business, you're going to need all four because they all play an important part. But here's the deal. This is what I told this gentleman. I said, listen, you know why that WhatsApp bugs you? He said, why? I said, because you don't have any team members in there that are excited about the Viseo opportunity. Ooh, kind of cold, huh? I said, because guess what? If you had 50 people that every single morning got up and they were like, hey, champions, super excited for you to go out and meet your run after your dreams, and I'm praying for you guys, and da-da-da. And if that person was on your team, you'd be like, sweet, that's awesome. You got a lot of excited people. The reason WhatsApp is irritating to you is because you have no people in there. Change that. And he was like, wow. So guys, if you're not paying attention to WhatsApp because it's irritating, go do something about that. But you're not going to be able to build a successful business if you don't check WhatsApp, because you're going to be out of the loop, right? You're going to find a lot of stuff that you're going to miss out on, right? So we want to make sure that you stay up to date on everything. So WhatsApp, Facebook group, make sure that you're staying in tune with that, okay? And then that's as far as we're going to go in regards to the system today, because we have a lot of updates and different information that I want to get you. Some of you guys that are new, you may or may not know this, but this upcoming week is the first 2019 gold trip to the Bahamas, okay? And the blessing and the curse for our team in particular is this. The blessing is that we're taking a crap ton of people on this cruise. That's a huge thing. I am so jacked. We are going to take over this boat, okay? The curse is that for those of you guys that are new, and maybe you've already, because we already have people earning the second cruise. Maybe you're new, so you just missed the cutoff. You guys are going to be here, right? You guys are still going to be here working. So the blessing and the curse is, yes, we're all going to go have an incredible time, but the curse is that there's going to be people left back that still want to keep building. So how do we make sure that we navigate this appropriately so we don't skip a beat, okay? Because in network marketing, in Viseo, right, it's built a lot on momentum, on people getting started, getting up and running, showing people the business, people getting started, and ultimately checks just keep flowing, right? Because here's the deal, write this down if you're taking notes, which you should be. When the checks are flowing, your team is growing. So that's why I tell you all the time, I have to make sure I do everything possible to help you to make your checks, to help you guys to make money. Because otherwise, why are we here, right? People would say, oh, but I want to help people. You totally can, and I don't disagree with that. But you can help people in a lot of ways, right? The reason we're here is because you have financial concerns or goals. Maybe you want to make or create money so that you can go out and help more people. I'll tell you this much. I do want to help people, but I know the machine by which I can help people. So somebody was telling me the other day, like, Mar, you talk a lot about money. I'm not really a money motivated person. I want to help people. I said, okay, let me help you to understand then you should be running so hard with this business, because if you genuinely want to get more product into the hands of more people, then you need to figure out how to build a massive organization. In 4 months, my team, you guys, have done $1.9 million in sales volume. Imagine that the top pack is $1,300. That's a lot of people we've gotten this product to. That's why we have such an incredible amount of product testimonials that we see. Why? Because we have so many people with this product in them and on them. So when somebody says, man, I just want to go help a ton of people, perfect, build a massive team. You're going to reach more people, right, by going out there word of mouth than anyone else. Think about this. Jesus was the greatest recruiter of all time. He personally recruited 12 people, okay? One of them quit. Don't we know people quit? Okay, one of them quit. And then from 11 people, he is the biggest downline in the world, right? He has more people on his team than anybody else. Network marketing has been around forever. But conceptually, that's what he did. He said, go out there and talk to people. Share your testimony, right? Share what's happened to you. See, and that's the same thing that we do in this business. So if you want to build a big business to help, or if you want to help people, you follow a turnkey system and it goes everywhere. It explodes, okay? So very cool. So listen, let's talk about what we're going to have to do this week. First off, how many of you guys know or saw that there's a new site that came out yesterday? I believe somebody type it in there for me real quick, because forgive me for not being prepared. But what is the name of the new site, guys? You guys see what the new site is? It is, okay, it's office number 2 dot vcb, or excuse me, vcbd1.com. Okay, so people are putting it in there. So what is that and why is that? Okay, so here's the deal, guys. There's some new legislation coming down the pipe, and our company's just being proactive with it. Okay, so what that means is for whatever reason, we are having to separate any of our products that have CBD in them onto this new site. And then any of our legacy products, or any product that doesn't have CBD one in it, stays on your old site. So let me give you an example. I think I have a product sheet around here. So there's different sheets. Okay, here we go. I'm looking at the different packages, okay? So for instance, Builder Pack for Eternal. It's $14.39. All you get, okay, is the Eternal. Is there CBD in that pack? No. So then you would still go to your traditional link, like your back office, log in, click enroll, then click customer or brand partner if you wanted to buy that package. But this one here, the assortment builder pack, okay, does that include CBD? Yes. So then you would go to office2 at vcbd1.com. It's going to bring you to a login page just like your back office. Use the exact same login and password, click enroll, then you click customer or brand partner and you go. So anything that includes CBD is going to be on the new site, okay? For now, that's just it. We're going to have 2 sites. I asked Daniel PQ, I asked him, hey, so is there a way where maybe we have one entry portal and then once you get in, you can separate it? Like, okay, legacy products or CBD1 products. No, they have to be completely separate. And that's all they're telling us. Here's what I know. I trust our leadership to proactively navigate us through this new and ever unfolding and changing industry of CBD. And I'm going to listen to what they say because I want to build a business that's here 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years from now. I want to build a business that is still running 40, 50 years from now, like the people who got started at the beginning of Amway, right? And so obviously you have to continue to roll and make adjustments and changes accordingly. So so that we're clear, let's say it one more time. You're basically going to have two back offices, okay? One is where you log in and make your purchases with anything that has to do with CBD. And then the other is going to be anything that has to do with any of our legacy products, okay? So there will be questions. As you can see here, you can call directly to customer service. Somebody put, David, thank you. Somebody put all the information on this in the notes. You all should have gotten an email. And if you have questions, just call customer service directly. They'll help walk you through all that, okay? So with that being said, we did talk about the new CBD process, okay? Now, also, how many of you guys know or understand how PIBs work? Double PIB. You guys know what double PIB is? PIB is that product introductory bonus. So that basically means let's see here. I see Evelina, okay? So if I invited Evelina to a meeting, okay, and she got started, she purchased one of the startup packs, okay? I'm going to get what's called a product introductory bonus. That's 20% of the package. Now, in the promotion month that we're in, we have what's called double PIB, double PIB. What does that mean? That means if I bought or you bought the builder packs, any one of the builder packs, right? Any one of the builder packs, no, this side, any one of the builder packs, you get the ability to earn double bonus. So what does that mean? If I have or you have any one of the assortment builder packs or the builder packs, right? And I sell a builder pack, if I do 2 or more in a given cycle, what's our cycle? Again, you should be taking notes, guys. Tuesday to Monday is our cycle. Okay, it's our pay cycle. So if I sell a PIB or a builder pack on Tuesday, okay, in my back office, it's going to say Evelina, and then it's going to say 20%, and it's going to say $200 because 20% is $200 on a builder pack. And then let's say Thursday, okay, I do another one. And so I see now I see Lisa. So I see Lisa Lamazzi. So on Tuesday, I enrolled Evelina, and then on Thursday, I enrolled Lisa. Now I look into my back office, it's still going to say, now it's going to say Lisa, 20%, $200. So what happens, guys? By enrolling my second one in that week, what it does is it goes back and it retros back to the first, which was Evelina, and now it activates the double PIB. So if I only do one, you only get 20. But if you do 2 or more, it's 40 for all of them, including the first one. But it won't show up in your back office immediately. Here's why. So let's say I do Evelina, then I have Lisa, then I bring in Diane, then I bring in Andres. So the week is I do 4 total. Monday ends, and I look into my back office and it shows 4 people, 20, 20, 20, 20, which is 200, 200, 200, 200. Oh man, this company's a scam. They said they were going to give me double bonuses. No, understand the way it works. Our system is coded according to the original compensation plan. So on the original compensation plan, because double PIB is a promotion, it's temporary. So according to the original compensation plan, okay, it's going to give you 20, 20, 20, 20, right? Monday or Tuesday through Monday. Now what happens is Monday, on Friday of this next week, it hits your V-wallet, your actual check. What will happen is on Friday, a manual adjustment is made. So when you log in now, you're going to see the regular 20% PIB, and it's going to have all 4 of them, and it's going to say 20, 20, 20, 20, which is 200. And then on Friday, there'll be another one that says promotional PIB, 20%. And you'll see the exact same 4 people in there, 20, 20, 20, 20, another $400 or $800, right? Or 200 each. So now you see the 20, and then you see the 20, okay? So it's manually adjusted on that Friday. So what happens is this, I see people, they don't understand this. So they enroll their first 2 and they get the double PIB. And on Monday, they don't see it. Now they're calling me all week. Hey man, where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Right? Okay. Okay, so that's important to know. Okay, it's very important to understand how that works, so that you don't feel like you don't know what you're doing. You don't feel like lack of confidence in the company, like, oh man, the company's doing, they're not doing what they say they're doing. And not only that, you could teach this appropriately. Now on Friday, when it hits your account, your V-Wallet, what it does is you could have it manually set up to be automatically delivered to your bank through ACH, or you can have it loaded to a Visa card, like it's a Viseo Visa card. You could set that up on your own, but if you have it manually sent to your V-Wallet or to your bank account, it will probably hit your account Monday, Tuesday, or sometimes even Wednesday. Why? Because what they do is they're doing manual deposits. So literally Monday morning they start and they do all day on Monday. Then they do all day on Tuesday. Then they do all day on Wednesday and they're finished, okay? So that's kind of how it goes. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's all done manually, okay? So again, I'm recording this, so we're going to be able to listen to it again, okay? But I wanted to go over that process with you, the payment process, okay? Now, let's talk about the process for this week, okay? Very important that we do not change a lot this week. So, first of all, Monday night, normally we have a meeting in person, a testing meeting. We're not going to have that, okay? Tuesday night, we're not going to have that because a lot of the leaders are leaving at different times. And so we got together. We actually have, just so you guys know, when you hit gold or above on Saturday mornings at 8 o'clock, we actually have a leadership training call. So really awesome, where we come together as a team and we talk about different things. I don't just make these rules up myself. We always come together and we have a consensus of what's going on, because I believe that not only me, but all of my leaders, there's wisdom in me listening to my leaders, because they also have a pulse on what's going on in the trenches, right? So we decided that we're not going to have any meetings this week simply because of all the traveling and all the things going on. So there won't be any in-person meetings until we come back, which will probably be next Tuesday, okay? Not this Tuesday, but the following Tuesday, okay? So with that being said, here's what I want you to do. So the system needs to be protected, and we also want you guys to maintain momentum. So in this business, people join and they join and they join and they join, and everybody's making money. And when that stops, it's sometimes very hard to get up and running again. So the blessing and the curse is that the blessing is we have a ton of people that won this incredible trip. The curse is that there's people here who want to keep building, and there might not be, or they might not feel like there's enough people to help them. So we have 2 videos that have been created. Here's what I don't want you guys to do. I don't want you to text somebody and change this system, because when we come back, it's going to be hard to get your new people that you enrolled during this period to get back onto the regular system. So what do I mean by that? So let's say I send a text out and I see Amanda. So I send a text to Amanda, hey girl, hope you're having a great weekend. Listen, what's your take on CBD? Okay. Now, she'll come back and say, I love it, XYZ. Then I go back and I say, listen, I just got brought onto the pre-launch of a liposomal CBD product. I think it's going to be a home run. When can you jump on the phone so we can break it all down, right? So we schedule a time. Normally, I would come into the Diamond Text and say, hey guys, my friend Amanda wants to talk tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Who might be available? Okay. Somebody jumps on that, and then we connect the call. Nothing changes. Every single step stays the same, except at 2 o'clock. Instead of me connecting her to a person, at 2 o'clock, I'm going to pick up the phone and I'm going to say, hey girl, awesome. Listen, I'm going to send you a video. Now there's 2 for you to choose from. Number 1, okay, is a video that I put together. It's a connect call video. Okay. Stephanie, and I'll post these in the group. Actually, some of the leaders that are on right now, before I forget, if you guys can, post the 6-minute connect call video in the WhatsApp groups right now. And then last Saturday, I did a 20-minute connect call video that you can use that is a little bit more detailed. So the 20-minute is an abbreviated PowerPoint presentation that we recorded, okay? The other one is me and Steph and I standing there talking and sharing the 4 points. What are the 4 points? The 4 points that we share are we're early, we have access to Dallin, we have a disruptive product, and we get paid tons of money. So we're talking about those things, okay? So whatever one that you want to Hold on. Sorry, guys. Whatever one you guys want to use, okay, it's up to you, depending on who you're talking to. But what happens is, after that, the best part is understand you can't say the wrong thing to the right person and the right thing to the wrong person. That's just it. So if they're going to want to get in, they're going to get in because they're going to see the 4 points. Now, what happens is, after that, now this is for this week. After that, if you're like, look, I showed the video to my buddy or to my friend Amanda, she likes it. She does want to get in. Then Amanda, set up a 3-way text with Jeff or myself or one of your upline leaders and say, hey, Jeff, I know this is, I know you're in on the cruise, but Amanda saw the video and she's interested in learning more. And we could try to help get them through the process via text, okay? And so that's the process that we're going to have this week. Jeff Gonzalez has actually been using the Connect Call videos for the last 3 or 4 days, simply because he wanted to start to learn how to use them and see how it works. And he's already pulled a couple of builder packs using the Connect Call videos. So they work, guys, okay? So that said, any questions that you guys have on that process, type them in and we'll try to address them. Otherwise, as they come in, I'll address them. If not, we'll keep on moving. So June 10th is the deadline, okay, for you guys to purchase UCrew Takeover t-shirts, okay? So as most of you know, June 27th is our upcoming international convention, okay? You must be there, okay? I had this conversation, okay? I had this conversation with our leadership team, and I'm going to have it with you guys, okay? Most of you have, well, let's start here. If you have big goals for Viseo, type in a number 1 in the chat, okay? Just go in there, hit number 1. If you have big goals, I'm talking about like 6 figures, you want to change your life, you want to retire your spouse, you want to travel the world, you want to donate money to your church, you want to go and save children in Africa, you just have big goals, okay? One of my first mentors, see, I see a lot of ones coming in, okay? I have my first mentor in business, really, was my dad. My dad's not a network marketer. He's a senior level executive, okay? $300,000 a year guy, okay? He taught me a term a long time ago called BHAGs. If any of you have ever heard what a BHAG is a big, hairy, audacious goal, okay? So if you have BHAGs, right, you should be typing in number 1, okay? If you have big, hairy, audacious goals, okay? So there's a lot of people typing in number 1, and rightly so. This is the opportunity to get there. So let me tell you one thing that is for certain. You will not, I'm going to say it again, you will not hit your goal if you do not go to Utah. That's it. You won't do it. It will not happen. In fact, if you are not in Utah in June, you will not be part of the sale by the time the next event comes. Do you know why? Because you will not have raised your belief level to the place where it needs to be able to survive what it's going to take to be able to get to that place. See, here's the deal, guys. I will never ask you to do something that I won't do myself. Never, okay? For instance, we started out this call with 66 people. Now we're down to 61. Why? Because people are finding value somewhere else. It's okay. I understand. Here's the deal, though, okay? What you need to understand, guys, is that to take this, to get to where you want to be in this company, it is going to require sacrifice. See, people have BHAGs, big, hairy, audacious goals, but their efforts are right here. That's not going to work. It's like saying, I want to have an incredible marriage. I want to have the marriage that everybody that knows me, they're just so in love with. They look at my marriage and they're just like, man, I want to put forth half the effort. It's not going to work. So if you want to have BHAG type of goals, you're going to have to put BHAG type of effort. What does that mean? Guys, let me tell you right off the bat, you're going to have to miss some things. Today, literally today, is my son Levi's 6th birthday. Okay. He also has his final baseball game of the year right now. There's nobody in this house. They're all at his game, and I'm here with you. Why? Because it costs to live the life that I live. Because there's sacrifice associated with these. Now, mind you, some of you might be like, man, I would never do that. No business is so important that I'm going to miss my son. That's okay. That's a decision you have to make. But here's what I'll tell you. Monday, I'll be hanging out with him all day while the rest of you are at work. So, I mean, there's a give and take, yeah? So I get to spend every day with him. And so he's totally cool with it, and I'm cool with it. But that's a cost that you're going to have to figure out if you're willing, price that you're figure out you're going to have to be willing to pay. So you have to be in Utah. That's it. If somebody said, Mario, to build $1 million, to be a $1 million pitcher in the major leagues, you have to do A, B, C, D, and E, and F. This is it. There's no other way around it. You got to do A through F to be $1 million pitcher in the leagues. You would do that if you wanted to be $1 million pitcher. I'm telling you, to be $1 million earner in Viseo, you've got to do A, B, Z, all the way to F. Some of you aren't willing to do that. And that's okay. Just understand that the results you want aren't going to be here. They're going to be here. So if your effort is here, your effort has got to match the results you want. So you can't get extraordinary results with halfway effort. They got to match. So either this comes down or this goes up. The choice is up to you. So that said, we are rolling deep into Utah, and we're wearing UCrew Takeover t-shirts, okay? The reason we're doing that is because we want to make the entire company know who we are. We want everybody to know who the best team in the entire company is, and that's the UCrew Nation. And so what we're doing is we're doing it like travel shirts. We're sending a message to everybody. So just like sports, sometimes the teams, they travel, they wear the same gear, so where they're going, there's going to be people coming in planes, trains, and automobiles, okay? Literally. On Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. What we want is wherever people are at in Utah to just keep seeing this shirt everywhere, all over the place, the whole weekend. And then what happens is when we come to the event itself, we are wearing black and white suits, okay? You're like, wait a minute, Martin, come on, this is crazy. First off, you're telling me that I got to go to this event. Secondly, you're telling me that I got to wear a suit. Man, I haven't worn a suit in 10 years. I don't even own a suit. Well, you got over a month to find one. Why? Because we are representing a $1 billion company, actually a multi-billion-dollar company, okay? Those of you that are new to the team know that I stay in baseball hats and what? Basketball shorts all the time. I live my life in chill mode. But guess what? Every 3 months, I wear a suit for the weekend. You know why? That suit for the weekend gives me the ability to wear baseball hats every single day. So that's really it. Count the cost. It's pretty simple, okay? So we do that. We're wearing suits. If you don't have a suit, at least buy some Dockers, a black coat, black and white. That's it, okay? We're going to sit together. We've got some really cool things that we're going to do. My wife is working on these thunder sticks, right? Nobody does this, okay? We're gonna pound these things. It's just gonna be an incredible time. We're gonna have a team event probably on Saturday night where we just get together, we party, have a good time, break bread with one another and enjoy life together, okay? So the reason I say this is because the UCrew t-shirt, the UCrew Takeover t-shirt, you have until June 10th to order to make sure that you have it by June 27th, when is the convention. So somebody will post the link there for me to order the shirts, or or what you can do is go to the WhatsApp and people will put them in there as well. But they're actually really nice. They've got the diamond here on the side, the crown diamond, which is pretty cool. So we've talked about the process. We've talked about PIB. We've talked about the website. Now let's talk a little bit about something that's a little bit maybe uncomfortable, okay? So we are growing so fast, guys. It's ridiculous. And what I want you guys to understand is this. This portion of my talk, as we finish here, we've got about 10 minutes, is on boundaries, okay? Here's the reason why. Our system is set up in such a way where we tell folks, listen, there's always going to be somebody available to help you, right? So I can be transparent, okay? I can be open, right? I can be, vulnerable. So if you have put a call into the diamond text, like a request into the diamond text, and there was nobody there to take it or somebody wasn't available, push a number 1 in the chat bar, okay? Put a number 1 in the chat if you requested a call and somebody wasn't available to take it, okay? It's okay, I'm asking you because I know the truth. See, look at, here we go. Yes. Why is that? Well, let's talk about that, okay? So, number 1, first and foremost, okay? Guys, understand that we are growing like crazy, okay? And there's only one of the problems that I'm managing through is making sure that we have enough people to be qualified and capable and experienced enough to receive these calls, okay? So we're working through that. The other thing, okay, there's a couple things. Number 1 is our leadership has to do a better job, and I say starting from me down. Our leadership has to do a better job of utilizing Cozy. So for instance, some of you may or may not know, and it's my fault that you don't, that I don't take calls before 10 a.m. Pacific, right? Why? Because I'm about freedom, and I have the freedom to do that. I spend time with the Lord in the morning. I read my Bible every day. It's a quiet time that I guard. I spend time with my kids in the morning. I take them to school. It's very important to me, right? I go to the gym every morning, and then by the time I'm done, it's 10 o'clock, and then I'm ready to run. But some people come in not knowing that, or they'll send me direct messages, hey, can you take a call at 7:30? No, I can't. Why? Because that's my time, right? You guys are all here to be able to get to a place in your life where you can say no. How many of you can say no to a boss right now? Not many, right? That's the reason we're here, right? Is so that we can have control. So, but I need to do a better job of making sure I notate that in Cozy for you guys, so you don't feel like you're not there and you're not getting help. So all of us as a leadership team are going to do a better job of letting you know when we're on and when we're off. Not to mention, it also is, I would imagine, pretty frustrating when a call comes in and there's 9 people on that group and nobody even says a word. It's one thing to not be available. It's another thing to just be, it's kind of like you get left on red, right? How many of you guys think, you send a message to somebody and they read it and they don't respond? That's irritating, right? So we're going to do a better job of making sure that we don't leave you on red. If I can't do it, I'm going to say handbook. Okay? So that's my my commitment to do a better job of making sure my Cozy is good and that I don't leave you on red. And the leadership is going to do that as well. Okay? Now, these are what we're owning on our side. Okay? The other thing that I want you to understand is that we actually have a system in place for when this happens, okay? It's called Connect Call videos. So we have a Connect Call video. The Connect Call video that's 6 minutes, that's Steph and I. It actually, the original purpose and the intent is for you to use it in those situations where you can't get somebody. So write this down. We never, ever, 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 I feel like Chris Tucker on Friday. We never, ever cancel or reschedule a Connect Call, ever. When and if you can't get somebody to pick up the Connect Call, you use the Connect Call video, okay? So all you've got to do is posture it in such a way where, like, let's say I saw Christine log in, okay? So, hey, Christine, listen, I couldn't get my partner on the line. I couldn't even begin to tell you. We are absolutely freaking exploding. Okay, so I couldn't get my partner on the line. She asked me to show you her Connect Call video. So it doesn't always have to be mine. So let's say Tanya said she could take it and then for whatever reason says, hey, I can't get on it. Show her Tanya's Connect Call video. She has one. If you don't know where the Connect Call videos are, you probably didn't do your training. It's on the UCrew Nation under leadership. Everybody's Connect Call videos are there, okay? So before we talk about anything further, understand that we actually do have a system in place for when this happens. So if you can't get somebody to get on the call, use the Connect Call video. Here's where you guys can help this problem. First and foremost, if you have a call at a specific time, be there at that specific time. Okay, so let me give you an example. My day, guys, at 10 o'clock, I have a call at 10, 10:30, 11, 11:30, 12, 12:30. I mean, all stinking day. Okay, there are times where I'm going to be honest, there are times where I'm praying that my 12 o'clock no-shows me so that I can go to the bathroom. That's how committed I am to your success. And that's how valuable my time is. I don't have a lot of time to waste. So there's number one, if you schedule a call with somebody and your prospect isn't picking up, let the Connect Call person know. Shoot them a text. Hey, Lisa, my contact isn't answering. Sorry about that. You can use the time elsewhere. Because guess what happens? Nobody tells us. So we're sitting here waiting, and there's other people that are desiring our help, but we're giving 30 minutes to you, and it's a waste. The other thing that we find, which is in my opinion even more frustrating, not just for you, for me, but for everybody else, is when you call me, we have a call at 10, and you call me at 10:18, 10:19. Guys, I can't even do what I need to do for you during that time frame. So if you want me to be all I can be for you, right, like Jerry Maguire, help me help you, don't get me on the phone with somebody at 19 minutes after, because I do have a 10:30. See, what you're doing is you're putting yourself and your prospect at a disservice. Guys, the liposomal video is 4 minutes. So if you call them, if you have a call at 10 o'clock, call them at 9:58. Hey girl, how's it going? Listen, I'm going to show you a quick video real quick, and then let me know, and then we're going to get the show on the road, whatever, okay? So send them the 4-minute video. I should be getting a call at 10:03, 10:04, 10:05, right? Now, somebody brought this up. They're like, yeah, but I called this guy the other day, and I haven't talked to him forever. And he's my friend, so he's like asking me all these questions, and, you know, it's kind of like you kind of catch up. It's kind of weird to just go right into it. Actually, no. It's just in the way you set up. Listen, brother, Andres, man, oh, bro, so good to catch up with you, man. But listen, I got my partner waiting. He's a 7-figure earner. His time is extremely valuable, and he's excited to meet you. So let's do this. Let me connect you, and then let's stay on after, and we'll connect, and we'll catch up. Sound good? Cool. See how simple that is? Just set it up properly. So, guys, you have to have these calls to us ahead of time. It hasn't become enough of a problem yet where we're going to do this, but I've actually been praying about giving a hard 15-minute cutoff. If I don't get a call from 15 minutes, I won't answer the phone. I'm just going to do something else. Okay? Because here's the deal. Here's what happens. I get a call at 10. Well, I won't say I pick up my phone because I have my AirPods. But I get a call at 10, and I'm like, cool, boom, 10. Literally, as I hang up, the 10:30's calling. Get on the call. 11 o'clock's calling. 11:30's calling. Okay? Do you know how many texts and requests I have that I'm not looking at during those calls? A lot. But here, then the 12 doesn't show up. So as I'm waiting, guess what I do? I start waiting and I go back to my texts. But guess what? Now it's 12:15, 12:18, 12:19. I can only assume that they didn't pick up because they're not calling me back. So guess what I'm going to do? If I see that, you know, Roseanne needs something, I'm just going to pick up the phone and call her. Because now I got 10 minutes and I know that my 12:30 to 4 is booked. So if I don't get on the phone right now to take care of this issue with Roseanne, I probably won't be able to get to it. But then what happens? Here's what's happened. I pick up the phone and I call Roseanne, and then all of a sudden, my 12 o'clock calls. I'm not going to pick up. Number one, because I can't help you in 9 minutes. But number two, right, I'm already on the phone helping somebody else. But then what happens? The 12 o'clock calls me or texts me later. You said you were going to be there to help me. This is just a scam. You wanted my money. No, it's about building a business. We have to be respectful of everybody's time. We have to be respectful of everybody's boundaries, okay? And so with that being said, I know it's a tough convo, but I hope you hear my heart. I want you guys to travel the beaches of the world. I want you guys to have every dream realized that you've ever had in your life. I want you guys to know what it's like to make $15,000 in 1 week. In my career, the most I've ever made in 1 week is about $40,000. It is a feeling like no other. But it is not a feeling that will come if you're not treating this business like a profession. That's just the bottom line, okay? So I'm gonna end it there, okay? Because I know it was a little bit of a locker room chat today. It was a little bit more of a leadership chat today, but I want to make sure you guys hear my heart. I want you to succeed. I believe that I've shown you with my actions that I'm in your corner. I believe that I've shown you with my feet that my mouth is not a liar. So with that being said, I feel like I have enough credibility and I feel like I have enough leverage to share with you where you guys can help me to help you, because we're all in this boat together. But at the end of the day, I don't work for you. I work with you. And guys, your leaders are allowed to have a Friday night. Your leaders are allowed to say no on Sunday. And that's just the way it is. But we won't leave you stranded because we have the Connect Call videos for you, okay? So if you guys have any questions, you want to talk offline, send me a text, and we'll talk. But otherwise, God bless. Let's make it a strong weekend. Finish strong, finish hard, and we'll talk to you guys later, okay? God bless, guys. Bye-bye.